Hey everybody, it's Invicta. It's time for day 5 here of Sacred Heart Randomizer Week on the channel. Thank you all so much for all the support this past week. I really appreciate it on not only just the Isaac series, but also, of course, all the other series that we've been doing here, running in tandem with Isaac. Really quickly, I should say that I did get a new microphone. I did get a new audio board and setup and everything, so I'm still kind of fine-tuning things. So if you would just allow me a little bit of patience and adjustment period, obviously when you get new gear, it's a little bit of a crapshoot to see what works, what doesn't work anymore. Like, for instance, I can't hear the intro cinematic anymore in my headset, so it's an ongoing process, but thankfully I do have some help to get me by. So here's your Mosh Pet of the day, submitted here on this Invictus subreddit by Linan. Title of the thread was Baby Girl in our daily Isaac runs, and in the thread they said, this is Baby Girl and she loves watching Sin and helping him win runs. Yes, I can feel the power of the cat coming through the monitor. And I know everyone knows how I feel about cats, but I'm not going to besmirch our feline friends here because for some odd reason they love me, and that's just super duper. Thank you very much, Linan, for the Mosh Pet. We haven't had a Mosh Pet of the day, so it's been a little bit. So here we go. I'm just hoping that we don't have a tainted run this time, but I guess we will find out. And again, if you want to check out the randomizer for yourself, all you got to do is go sign up for the Patreon at the $5 tier or higher. That gets you lifetime access, no matter which one you're working with, either the website or the mobile app whenever it does eventually come out later on this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. Here we go. Let's see if we can escape the tainted curse here, and it's going to be, no, we can't. It's going to be Tainted Lilith to Mega Stan with no handicap. No special restrictions. Come on. I don't know about that one. Let's just go ahead and give a little re-roll here. We have Azazel to Stan, Keymaster's Oath. Defeat Stanley as Azazel. Open every key door or lock chest you see until out of keys, money permitting. Okay. Well, Stanley shouldn't be that much of a problem with Azazel. Let's make sure, first off, we're not on greed. And secondly, let's make sure that I give myself Sacred Heart. So this shouldn't be that difficult, I'm hoping, anyway. CJ is going to be 6 Delta Lima Delta, 7 Delta Whiskey 3. And, yeah, first thing I'm going to do is give myself Sacred Heart. I saw OBS spike there for a moment, so hopefully I didn't blast out everyone's ears. But yeah, I did get a new microphone, and this is going to be the one that I'm using mainly for voice acting and doing voiceovers. So it's very sensitive, very, very sensitive. I got a super expensive microphone that I just went all out on, and I wanted to make sure that I had the best whenever I was working with stuff. Because I want those lines to sound good, is what I basically alluded to yesterday. And also the new board. And one of the problems that myself and the person who was helping me set up, he's our old producer for the Word of Lauder, was everything was easy to set up and everything, except until we got into OBS. And OBS throws a giant, and I mean giant, monkey wrench in the bike spoke. Because that is a right pain to set up with, trying to get like virtual cables and stuff. So yeah, not really great for OBS, but it is what it is. So like I said, if we are going to have a little bit of a grace period here, I'd appreciate it just a little bit. I can't even hear the intro cinematic or outro cinematic right now, and I know it's a dumb OBS thing because it just always is. But enough of that. Let's see what we can get here in this run. And hopefully I'm not peaking too much. Obviously, Chocolate Milk's going to be huge for us. We need to get a lot of range, though. That's the thing. And full card, strength card. Give me the full card. We have nothing to unlock with, so we have no keys to spend. So I think we're clear on the first lap of the challenge. So we're going to last week's question of the episode here, coming at you from Smiling Bandit 2, who said, question of the day, are there any item combos that should create a transformation but don't? This is a very common question that's been asked over the years, and it's one that I can easily tell you because we've had it so often. The first one obviously being the technology transformation. I do feel that there should be some kind of a just some kind of transformation that is like a maybe RoboCop or something like that, that would allow Isaac to turn into this sort of cyborg robot, whatever you want to call him, and give him all. I wouldn't want to see all the tech items to be just sort of melded together with everything. I would want a unique attack, something that's very interesting and very unique, just to that specific transformation. So what that attack would be, I don't know. Maybe it could be a combination of Tech X and I don't know. Or maybe something completely different. Maybe he just swings like a cyber sword or something. I think that would be kind of neat. You know, just something different. And then the other transformation is a cricket transformation, because there are multiple cricket items in the game now, especially with Cricket's leg. I think that there should be a cricket transformation. I think that should also be a very powerful and fun but unique attack that Isaac inherits from that. So, other than that one, maybe a devil transformation or an archangel transformation, where if you have all three, the body, the mind, the soul, that gets you a massive, massive transformation where Isaac essentially turns into an angel and has, I mean, just incredibly overpowered tears. I think that would be cool. But if we see anything like that, we probably won't see it until like Isaac 2 or something. So I am going to take these. I'm going to take this Eternal Heart now, because we're going to. The goal here is for us to get into the Devil Deal, which we did get a range upgrade, which is great for Azazel. D-Bizzle. I'll take D-Bizzle. I'm not really concerned with the damage upgrade from Dark Matter, and I'm gonna go here and check out this library. We have one key, so I mean we got to spend it before we leave to the next floor. And Monster Manuel, and also Satanic Bible, which has been showing up quite a lot lately, and I'm honestly fine with that. But yeah, it just. Whoa! I saw a big spike there. Hopefully that's not blowing people's ears out. I really hope not. I turned down the input slightly there, but that happened without me doing anything, so I don't know. I hope it's not like a power blip or something. But whenever I get a new board, a new microphone, there's always just this sort of uneasy feeling, you know, because I'm so used to recording on the SM7B, and with that other board, the Rodecaster that I had, that changing anything up feels like it's unnecessary. And it's almost like I made an adjustment that I didn't have to, in a way. Let me see what this says real quick. I need to double check the handicap here. So open every key door or lock chest you see until you run out of keys. Okay, so there's no sort of restriction on okay. There's no sort of restriction on when we have to use the key. We just have to use them before we just have to use them, essentially. Secret room should be here or not. You probably have noticed I don't have a noise gate on right now. It's because I'm still kind of testing things. So apologies if you hear any mouth noises that you normally wouldn't hear. Again, just kind of give me an episode or two for adjustment, just to fine tune everything. Go D-Bizzle. Our coat hanger I wouldn't mind getting for a Tears upgrade. There we go. You see Sacred Heart there with Brimstone acting accordingly, and having chocolate milk is very nice because it obviously allows us to. We can fire as fast or as little as we want to, and that can help us. I don't have an HP for it. That can help us easily take out anything that's kind of encroaching on our position that we don't want it to be there, like a Glowman or something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and we have to spend these keys, so gotta open both of these, and we get another range upgrade. Very nice. Now I'm nervous. I'm nervous about the peeking that I saw. I don't want to blast people's ears. Hopefully this video made it to YouTube. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know what I would tell people. Yeah, there's always this sort of period of uneasiness, just like, ooh, this is something I'm not used to. No. Ourselves Bambino. Not gonna take this. It doesn't require us to hold on to it. I don't want our range to be lowered at all, so yeah. I will give myself a soul heart though. Legitimately trying to not breathe right now whenever the floor transition. That's another thing that's kind of weird is me not being able to that's just a noise gate thing, and I will install one on the next video. But we spent the better part of 4 hours today trying to get everything set up and stuff, and I know it's not perfect yet, but we're working on it. So we get a bomb, we can go into the boss trap room. D-Bizzle, I'm gonna have to borrow these hearts here for a second, D-Bizzle. We just need 2 bombs total to get into the boss trap room, which is gonna be absolutely worth it here. Because as you've seen already, Azazel thrives off of having a range upgrade, and that's really his biggest downfall, is not being able to hit across the screen with a fully charged Brimstone shot. Get Mars and Luna. I'm gonna take Luna. Luna will show us the locations of one of the secret rooms, and will also spawn a second secret room whenever we get to the next floor. It doesn't do it retroactively. It won't spawn another one here on this floor, but it will on the next and all subsequent floors. Yeah, I mean, if you feel like dropping us a key game, I won't turn it around on you. I won't feel like I'm ungrateful or anything. But you know, if we could just get a key, that'd be cool. Or 2 more bombs. That would get us access to the boss trap room and also the item room. It's fine, you know, whatever. Just pick your poison, game. Okay, well, there's 2, so I think we should at least go into... No, it can't get us into the item room. But it can and will get us into the boss trap room. So Luna is going to give us a Tears upgrade and a half soul heart every time we stand in the middle of that light. And that Tears upgrade that we get there that you just saw is floor permanent, or maybe floor temporary, however you want to call it. Basically, we get a permanent Tears up until we leave the floor, and then it obviously drops back down. Still no key, and there wasn't even a slot machine that we could play because it's a fortune telling machine. So yeah, I don't really want to skip an item room here. I mean, come on, we have Magic Mush and Brimstone. Do we really need anything else? Well, the answer is yes. Yes, we do. We don't have a bomb. We don't have any way of getting that stone chest without doing a lot of damage to ourselves. Oh, there was a slot machine in here. Okay, so we have a chance anyway. Well, all we can do now is bomb that chest in the secret room. We're not dead in the water yet. It's still possible to get a key here. So this should hit the bomb chest. Okay. So we have a range upgrade. Again, hey, look, I'm grateful for that. But if we could just get a key, that'd be nice. I know the super secret room is here. D-Bizzle could drop us a key, maybe. Nope, just dropped us a whole boatload of soul hearts. So, all right, well, I tried my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. So it sucks that we lose that. I got to remember that we're actually going down to Stanley too. So regardless of what I want to do here on lap 1, which I wouldn't take this to Isaac anyway. We have to go beat Stanley on the first lap. I am recording this on Wednesday, so I'm at least happy that I'm at least happy that the tainted Lazarus run. Obviously, some people were taking jabs, and I knew that was going to happen. But most people were kind of like, yeah, you know, you're playing a hard character anyway. It's easy to kind of lose focus and stuff. Which I try not to rely upon excuses like that. But it seems like most people had that's Ars Invicta type deal, you know. I mean, I don't like being known for being slightly absent-minded from time to time, but it is what it is. We can just get some Yaves. Finally get some Yaves. We have the boss here, so we might as well just go do it immediately. I mean, that was a boatload of damage here with chocolate milk. Get another range upgrade. I mean, dude, I don't know. I don't legitimately don't know what's going on, but Too Spooky has really been showing up and showing out for us. I don't like not having a noise gate on. You can hear hiccups and all kinds of stuff. Thankfully, whenever I get the hiccups, they usually don't last while I'm recording. It's just like a temporary body reset, and then we're all good. Okay, so we have 3 keys, so we have to use all of these keys on this floor as much as we can. There's usually a soul heart in here, but this time there's not. We did get another Yave. What are them Yaves? This microphone is an absolute beast, though. It's what the professionals use, and I'm not going to sit here and call myself a professional. But I like to play one on YouTube. The clarity of when I did the test recordings earlier, it sounded so clean. And if a microphone can pick up my natural tones to the point of, I think I'm like, man, I actually sound halfway decent here. Then hey, I'm all for it. I don't have to use keys if I can bomb my way in there. Well, actually, I should have. Let's go back to the randomizer. Let's just go check this out real quick. So the randomizer on the house rules for the Keymaster's Oath says, open every key door or locked chest you see until out of keys, money permitting. House rules. While you have greater than 1 key or golden key effect, you must open the first natural locked door or chest you encounter until you reach 0 keys. Golden key equals treat as infinite, open all locks as you pass while it's active. When both a key or non-key unlock are possible, you must spend the key. Okay, so there we go. So my penalty is I wasted a bomb. That's my fault for not checking the house rules there that Bryn Moore has put out. So fair enough. Fair enough. Sorry about that, Bryn. I would have bombed the keeper anyway, though, but yeah, so we have to use the key, even though we can bomb our way in there. By that, I'm buying myself a little starter deck here. So now we can carry 2 tarot cards instead of 1. Get Ansas. Full card, Ehwaz. Let's use the Ehwaz room right over Meow. Whoop. Whoa. No. Thank you. Alright, let's go check out to see what's in the crawl space. It's a whole lot of nothing. that we don't care about. So we have the full Hierophant. I think I'd rather have Ansas here and Hierophant, just in case. And then with the Eternal Desizzle, we have a reroll now possible for all these random item pedestals that we're finding here. That's, of course, assuming that we get one more charge, which it doesn't look like we're going to, so. That kind of stinks, but oh well. We've been to both item rooms. We've not found the super secret room yet, though. It's almost never up here. No. There are too many possibilities here. You almost never see it to the south of this room. Oh, wow. Make me look like a fool, game. I see how it is. One thing I will say is this mic is sensitive. Ooh, Vanishing Twin. Okay. So Vanishing Twin will copy the floor boss and give you 2 boss items to pick from. But it doesn't work on endgame bosses, and it only works on regular bosses. So it doesn't work on mini bosses or anything like that. Take another Yave. So we have six keys to spend now. So far we are 0 for 2 on the Eternal Desizzle rolls. Thank you, D-Bizzle. We've got plenty of time for boss rush, as you would expect it, especially with us having Magic Mush and Sacred Heart. And look at that, we get a golden key, so get to completely ignore the challenge here. Really stock up. And you're seeing right there, you don't, I almost ran into that Spike Rock. You don't need to do a fully charged Brimstone Chocolate Milk to dispatch most enemies in the game. Get a Judgment. This could be interesting. As we would have a secret room pedestal that we could possibly re-roll from a couple times. Assuming that, you know, he pays out with stuff, which I shouldn't be doing this without having... Well, no, we're not going to have the Polaroid. World card gives us always gives us a trap door no matter what. Okay. HP is going to heal us for an HP container. Contract from below is good. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Eternal Desizzle. So let's look for the Fool card now. Oh, we got a golden bomb. Good. Oh my gosh, so many keys. Okay, Fool card is a go. We don't have to do boss rush right now if I don't want to. I will if there's if there's an item that's worth it. I'll say that. And we have a reroll for the boss rush now. Whew, that's a lot of damage, man. We get even more damage here with the Sacred Heart Magic Mush multiplier. And yeah, I think I will take that, as that is going to be a ridiculous amount of damage with Maw of the Void. Skin on Mushroom, I don't think we need it. It does give us an uncapped Tears Up. We do kind of need movement speed too, so yeah. It was too good a reroll. Not going to bother with it. Good. Good. Maw the Void is a huge boost to our damage. Not that we needed it, of course, but we are rolling here. But, you know, talking about Azazel is not one of my favorite characters to play. It's not that he's bad. I just don't like the range down that he has. And he can be deceptively dangerous to play, especially if you're trying to streak or do something like that. Dude, I know the Super Secret Room's over here somewhere. It's got to be in this room. Yep. There we go. We got our Hierophant card. We are back in the ball game. Okay. Yeah, Azazel is not one of my favorites to play, just because of the nature of his Brimstone. I'd rather have... I think anyone would rather have full Brimstone. Oh, really? Okay. You know what? Let's use Ansuz. And I was absolutely going the wrong way. We do finally get a damage upgrade here. Not that we... Again, not that we need it. We got nothing to complain about on this run here. Even the game has given us some range upgrades that you never know that you want them until you play Azazel. You know, it's one of those times where it's just like, oh man, the grass is always greener sometimes. I thought that shot hit me. Look how many XL rooms there are, by the way. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, D-Bizzle's gonna have a field day in here, but it's obvious we clearly don't need the we do not need the extra help. For now, anyway. For now. Let's go bomb the... Let's bomb this Judgment here. Not for any reason other than to just increase the possibility of us getting a Devil Deal. And you're seeing the double secret rooms and super secret rooms because of Luna again, in case you were curious or confused by what was going on this map. Here we go. So there's the third Loki, and down they both go. Get more keys. Keys have not been that much of a problem here for us, despite us being on the Keymaster's Oath Challenge. And hey, Contract from Below, welcome back. Let's go back and get the Soul Heart here. I will just clear this room now. Again, probably won't need it, but at least I can say I wasn't wasteful with HP when it comes down to it, and we actually need it, God forbid. So, yeah, just a solid run. To be expected with an Azazel Sacred Heart run, but sometimes it's Isaac. You just never know, man. So we have a Stars card ready to go for a random teleport, and even though there's no possible item room to be teleported to, it will still take us to a random room. Oh man, just double the keys. Yeah. Well, so far the back half of Sacred Heart Randomizer Week has not been too bad. I feel like we're getting a little bit of justification and a little bit of payback for the Tainted Lazarus run. I did like the post in the comments. Someone said you should give yourself Sacred Heart twice as compensation. That would be cool if it stacked. I wish it did. I really do. But unfortunately, double Sacred Heart does not work. You would think it did, but it doesn't. You know what? Yeah, come on, Keybum. We certainly have more than enough keys to lend out. hearing the crispness of this microphone, man, it really makes me want to, or it makes me wish that I could have done my Mugenics lines with this microphone, because man, it is a beast, a very expensive beast, but as long as it makes everything better for the work and for the videos and stuff, it's worth it. We don't need either one of these, to be honest. Mom's knife would be okay, but yeah, there we go. We've got 36. We have 36 keys. I think we're gonna be fine. I don't think we're gonna have key problems at all on this key challenge here. But you know me, don't do anything half measure. It's all full measure here. And if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do something right. And that includes getting the best possible. Pretty sure I tried to bomb that wall already. That includes giving myself the best possible chance to succeed in whatever I'm attempting, including voice acting. So this is one of those microphones where both the casting director and the voice actor guests were they both said, "Hey, don't buy this microphone. It's overkill." And I was like, I gotta buy this microphone. There we are. We have the goal here to beat Stanley. And I don't know what it is, but something tells me we're going to be just fine. We're rocking 32.89 damage as Azazel. We have no option here. As Azazel with Magic Mush now. Yeah, and chocolate milk. Forget about it. Ourselves a Bomba. Let's see if we can re-roll Astral Plane into something a little bit juicier, or Astral Projection. Yeah, we spent 4 hours today setting up this microphone and just getting it to proper working order, which was again 100% OBS's fault, and I didn't even think about how much of a pain it would be to have to mess with OBS's crap. So I felt kind of bad that I asked Chris to help do this, and then ended up taking way more time than I was expecting. But it is what it is. I did offer to pay him for his time, and he said no. I said, all right, I'll buy you lunch next time I see you. And he said deal. Reverse Emperor's card. Don't really need it. And Curse of the Maze has skipped us out of the only room that would have made a difference. So in response, I'm just going to bomb out of there, and Curse of the Maze will inevitably take me back and put me in that room again. Get Binky, which is a Tears Up and a Size Down, and also a Soul Heart. This is a pretty good Tears rate for Brimstone, I gotta say. I'm a little paranoid about the key. The key clicks are also hopefully not coming through too loud. I think that this is going to be challenge complete here. We can almost do some Brim Snapping. It's charging pretty dang fast. I mean, you can probably hear me tapping on the keys. This is me tap firing there. It takes almost no time at all to fully charge Brimstone, which is real nice with this Tears rate. And Curse of the Blind. Well, it's Curse of the Blind Devil Deal items here, so there's no way you're going to convince me to do that. Let's see where our stars take us. Our stars card takes us. Okay, thank you, game. Appreciate a stars card. Bill Skarsgård, son of Stellan Skarsgård. There's a joke somewhere in there. I'm just not completing it. That was very cool that Stellan Skarsgård did win a Golden Globe, though. He is one of my, I've said it before, he's one of my favorite actors of all time. All the Skarsgårds are pretty amazing actors, but they get it from their dad. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, think Bootstrap Bill. Think oh my gosh. Okay, now our damage just got stupid. Think Bootstrap Bill from Pirates of the Caribbean. Also think about Baron Vladimir Harkonnen from the Dune series. But my favorite character he's ever portrayed is the director Sherbina from the Chernobyl miniseries on HBO. By far my favorite character. Or not by far. That's a little disingenuous. But definitely by a fair margin, my favorite character he's ever portrayed is Sherbina. I guess I could re-roll that. Boris Sherbina was his name. Man, Sharp Straw with this damage is lethal. And I'm gonna be honest, the Eternal D-Sizzle definitely left me feeling a little wanting here. Yeah, that was just one hit of the Sharp Straw. Imagine if we get something like 9-Volt. But we are going to get the dub here, everybody, and what a run, man. I don't think there's anything to really build on at this point because this run is absolutely stellar. But thank you for watching, everyone. No victory lap for this one because I want to go back and make sure that this video is postable first off. But I think it is. I don't know what was causing that spikes, but I'm going to immediately stop the recording after the outro, of course, and check it out. So apologies if it did blow out anyone's eardrums, and if you're not seeing this, then you're probably going to wonder why the win streak counter is up 1 without seeing a video, which I probably will have to explain. But either way, if you are watching this, I did post on YouTube. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great start to your Thursday, and thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. This is going to be really weird without me being able to hear the music. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Organic Mechanic 270, Avery, Rick Rue, and Peleg R. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.